I think the public sphere is a space which we want to share, but we also want it to reflect the values of our society.
New York is a place in time, limited time in the history of the world, and the story is actually greatly enriched, and we can reflect on the story of this time and this place in much more complex ways around art.
Public art, to me, before I really got involved with Public Art Fund, was plop art. You know, things that just were dropped into places. This was not plop art. This was something completely different.
When you look back through the catalogue of the exhibitions and the projects that we've commissioned and installed, you see a number of the most important and influential artists of the last half century. One of the fantastic things about working in the context of a city like New York is that the opportunities are, if not infinite, certainly expansive.
We ask artists to find their own sites in New York, to react to the sites. We allow artists to dream.
I was very curious about the scale of the city and the size of everything in New York, and one of my first ambitions was to see if I could, if not match, then at least correspond to the scale. It is to some extent actually hard to physically relate to the city. It's a sense of marginalization. You feel that, well, this city does not care about me, this space doesn't host me, I'm not welcome. So one could say that the waterfalls would even allow a subtle experience of feeling listened to. The waterfall allows you to see a scale in which you can feel a degree of embodiment.
In 2006, I did a piece called Corner Plot at Doris Friedman Plaza. It's very cacophonous, there's a lot going on. The piece actually is a reflection of the building on the other corner, but placed on the pavement. There was an interior that went down about 12 feet in the ground. And it was very much about looking inside something and having a kind of intimate view of an interior world downwards. I like this idea of being in a very public space, having that transitional moment where you see into a different world, you see a different way. And one of the questions, I think, from the start was, how do you get people's sense of time to change? How do you get them to slow down and to stop?
I am happy to be able to publicly say thank you to the over 500 artists we've worked with over 40 years to bring beauty and surprise and delight to the life of the city. And we're enormously grateful to donors big and small, who we consider to be the Public Art Fund family. One of our most visionary supporters has been Mike Bloomberg and Bloomberg Philanthropies, because they know that the arts nourish our soul and spark our imagination.
Public art changes people's lives and gets people to think in a different way.
Architecture, art, public experiences are part of a city's fabric, and cities that nourish that fabric are cities that have a conversation with the world.
Art can be a great vehicle to be a part of a dialogue that pushes towards a more generous and inclusive society. I think that is something that the Public Art Fund has supported for a long time.